How's it going, everybody? Just checking on the cows in here. We're gonna chop some corn silage today, put it in the silo. Like I said, just checking on the girls in here. Got a couple, as you can see, the cows are outside. I got a couple that aren't. Penny laying down there, one of the red and whites on the end there. Penny's due today. Penelope is due at some point here. She looks like she's bagging right up. She's a first-time heifer, Penelope. Hazel's due next week, so we got 3 that are due, and then we got 3 that we're drying off. Rowie and April, and the other red one, I wish she would just stay laid down, but so we got 3 that are gonna calf and 3 that are dried off. So I just checking on them quick, grabbing my earmuffs to head out here to the tractor on the silo. Chopping corn. We started chopping the other day, and wasn't going to be a lot, just kind of a little field up there, so I didn't even film it. And then we started down here on the flat. I ended up filming a short, so if you guys saw that. And then broke a chain on the gathering head, so got that put back together, and then we did a load or 2 yesterday to try it out, and everything worked good. So back up and running, and we're going to make a run at it today. So let's run out here a second. So we got the 4055 hauling wagons. Got the 4040 on the blower. 4040 does a pretty good job for corn silage, so I just put that on the blower. Done with the merger, so I put the 4040 on there. The 4250 usually runs the blower. That's on the manure spreader, and you know, it's not too hard to take it off the manure spreader, but the 4040 is available. It does the job, so I'll just leave the 4250 on the manure spreader. When we go to bag corn silage, I'll pull the 4250 off, but that way I don't have to unhook every day. It takes us about, you know, week, 8 days to constant good days to fill the silo. Just I know people say get a 3rd wagon, get the speed hitches. Yeah, then we'll do it in 6 days. Still a 2-person operation. So it's not a big deal. It'll get done. We'll get it done. So I don't mind pulling it off the spreader every now and then, but if I got another tractor available that can do the job, I'll just do that, and that way I don't have to hook and unhook the tractor off the manure spreader every day, because we still got to spread manure every day. So disclaimer. I'm gonna put the disclaimer in the beginning. Hopefully you guys haven't skipped over this rambling yet. The corn is going to look dry. For starters, we chop our corn drier anyway than most people you'll see on YouTube because of these sealed silos. If you have an upright silo where the unloader's on the top, you can get away with chopping it a little greener. Obviously a bunk silo, you can do it greener. In the bag, you can do it greener. We did, if you've been on my channel, if you've seen the video, we did chop 2 small fields that were pretty green and put in here. That was just to kind of get by. You know, we were finishing up with our silage, and this, you know, where we planted corn silage, it was good. We knew it was going to be a little while, so we just wanted to make sure we were good and got by. Probably should have let that go a little longer, but you know, I was getting a little impatient. I'm like, we really like to chop it, so it was pretty green. And I did have plenty of problems. I've had to replace a couple chains and a bearing in this silo unloader already. The bearing was on its way out. Just that real wet, heavy, thick silage finished it off. Because the unloader for here is on the bottom. So when you fill it all the way up, that's a lot of weight sitting on that unloader. So our Center State, we deal with Center State for maintenance and getting parts and stuff like that, and they'll come down and do some, you know, bigger projects, bigger jobs if we need a heavier, you know, rebuild or something like that. They're always saying dry, dry, dry. It's too wet. Drier, drier. So you got to put it in pretty dry. So we've already had a frost that comes through, which really browned up the stalks, but trust me when I say there's still plenty of moisture in the corn. It's going to look dry, because every year I chop corn, and every year in the comments is, why so dry? Why so dry? And I try to explain it's not as dry as it looks. And if you see Dunbeck Farms asking why so dry, Steve's my buddy. I talk to Steve almost daily. You know, we'll send a message back and forth, and so he's just having some fun with it, because I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hear it all about why so dry. So Steve's just having some fun. No big deal there. So Steve, I'm looking forward to your comment. But anyway, 40-40 on the blower, 40-55 on the wagons. Gonna chop some dry silage, and when we're pulling it out this winter, it's gonna look great, trust me on that. We've had this silo since 2000, so this is our 25th year putting corn silage in this silo. 24th, I'm sorry. 1 year we did all bags, so this is our 24th year putting silage in there, so we kind of know what it's gonna look like going in. Anyway, we know what works, what doesn't work. Like I said, I didn't record doing the repairs on there. I wasn't really in the best mood, but I only had one person to blame for that. I was the one that pushed to go early, so. Nice looking corn. Still got quite a bit of moisture in the corn. Kernels look nice. Some for the deer. So long day, got a lot of loads in the silo. It was good to get a bunch of loads in there. Had to break to go start milking, and as I was milking, I noticed Penny started having her calf, so I got to deliver a calf tonight. So Penny has this beautiful little heifer. I'm sure my son or daughter's gonna pick a name for her, but good job, Penny. You're a great girl, huh? You're a good girl. But anyway, time to get back and finish milking. Full-fledged into harvest now, so thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me a question or comment below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thumbs up to you. I totally appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one, everybody. Can you say goodbye, little girl? Huh? Can you say goodbye?